Hello everybody and welcome to the MrBepic stream, where tonight I am bringing you the first high school showcase hosted on my channel. For those of you that watch Tuesday Night Lights or Monday Night Lights or Friday Night Lights, you'll know the format. It's just show matches, but we are moving to the high school level, and for my first series ever, I have brought in a guy that was playing at this level not too long ago, Mr. Demented Sheep. Sheep, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm definitely excited to cast some of these high schoolers. I don't think I've ever casted a high school game before, but man, I know what some high schoolers can do, having played there a few years ago myself, and I'm definitely excited to see what these guys can bring to the table.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a good evening. I'm very excited. And I was telling Sheep earlier that I genuinely don't know if these series are going to be close, if they're going to be blowouts. All I have is the average rank of the teams playing tonight. And the four teams that were brave enough to play while they're still technically on summer vacation, the two we have up first, Ohio Virtual Academy, a Stride Esports League team, and then West Catholic High School up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, competing today. They're around the GC2 level, and then our next show match is going to be Dixon High School, a VESL school, versus Prosper High School, a top 4 team in the HSEL this past season. So, I mean, Sheep, you're a guy that loves the game. Like, these show matches, if you're playing in them, are you taking them seriously, or at the high school level, are you trying to like show off your stuff to do something post high school with Rocket League?
Well, I mean, of course, always. Oh, I take every game of Rocket League seriously, and that's kind of a little bit of a downfall. Some ranks, takes a little bit too seriously sometimes, but also, you got to show off some stuff a little bit. I mean, I wasn't going to college for Rocket League until literally like 2 months until my deadline. So if these guys can pull out some like last minute stuff, some last minute tricks, show off what they got, but also take it seriously at the same time and just make it a good series.
Well, let's hope for a good series. That is all we can hope for as we put these impressive young high school talents on display. Ohio Virtual Academy in blue and West Catholic High School in orange. And the high school showcase #1 has officially kicked off. And we have one player with a blank tag. I don't know why. That's Funy Face. For West Catholic. But Keller and Amains joining him on the pitch on the orange side. And then this Ohio Virtual Academy team, one that I'm very familiar with. They're an online program, the string of virtual academies that play in the Stride Esports League and in the K-12 Esports League. But these guys have been competing together for a while. Sith just finished his freshman year. He's an SSL, insanely impressive. And then Bill Pickles on the other side of the age spectrum just graduated, and this is one last ride for the team. I'm very excited to watch them play one more time. I got to cast them a lot a couple of years ago. And here we go in a minute again. Sheep, it's fairly close. Very back and forth. It's a fight for possession.
But I mean, right now what I'm seeing is, I feel Sith, you were just talking about him, the freshman in high school, which is crazy. He's been dominating, I feel. I mean, I saw him go for like a sidewall psycho, which he actually had a very good touch with. It was on the backboard, but it looks like he's been very much in control of the ball. But both these teams seem to know what they're doing. Definitely, they're both very good. Ohio seems to have a little bit more pressure. I mean, yeah, we could be seeing a goal here any second as Main puts a shot on net, but yeah, really back and forth right now, and no one, I think they're trying to feel it out. Nobody's really biting on anything. Nobody's really going for any show-off type of stuff, but I'd be excited to see what these guys can do once they get a little bit more comfortable in the series.
And I love that it's a serious show match right now. These guys want to win so far. There's no showboating just yet, though. As teams get confident, I imagine we will see some flashier plays, because I know the players on the field are more than capable. And at the moment, it's just about getting a little bit of control here in game 1. But Sith is one of those guys that can expend a little bit of flash on the pitch, and he's playing the ball backwards a little bit. Keller's trying to take advantage of it and almost Found a ground double as 3 blue cars open up a lane to shoot, and just barely does that ball cross the plane of the net, and Funiface going to find the opening goal for West Catholic.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of just communication on the side of Ohio. It looked like a triple commit on defense, which is something you never really want to do, but that shot was placed very well backwards. I think, especially with the speed that it had, if that was anywhere else in the net, it wouldn't have gone in, but still, it's very close, and it was just one tiny little defensive mistake there that cost Ohio the goal. Bill Pickles going to try to take this downfield, pass it over to Raidsel.
Oh!
That's not right. Raidsel gets a dunk. It's in the net. Look at happen. I was focused on the guy's name.
Look at how he reads this.
Faked one. Wow, that is crazy. That was a beautiful fake, and then just read the defender like a book.
All right, Raids is Raid is his name. The extra L at the end is yeah. I get you throwing you off.
All right, yeah, just Raid. Got it.
But still, what a play! Like, he jumped up for that from a mile away and played the path of the ball perfectly. And that's the kind of confidence that I have grown to love watching this Ohio Virtual Academy team play with. But Bill Pickles almost gave one up. Keller on top of it. And West Catholic, they are not afraid to push up in the offensive zone, though in transition. They've now given up another 2-1 over.
Raid literally just, he dimed the ball to Sith, and Sith beautifully passes it right onto the nose of Bill Pickles, and that is some beautiful teamwork right there from Ohio to get them up 1 goal with just over a minute left.
2-1, 90 seconds to go. We were silent for a while when it came to goal scoring to open up the series as teams were getting adjusted to the Showmatch format. I mean, these are seasoned teams when it comes to competing with one another, but you know, you don't get a show match where you are the sole focus for a solid hour all that often. And they're doing well under the spotlight at the moment. Ohio Virtual Academy really gaining some steam, though. They nearly found their third right there, but rate was just off.
Sith is going to try to clear up the defense here, puts it to the side for Bill Pickles. Gets in Bill Pickles' way a little bit, though. This might be a shot for Funiface. Funiface gets 50'd off by Raid, though. Sith is going to cleanly beat Emanes to the ball. Keller, though, confident on defense, is going to try to get some control here. Keller looking for downfield, but he got bumped. Funiface is on the ball. Bill Pickles kind of beats him to it. Sith gets beaten. It's out in middle. Maybe someone's there. Bill Pickles is out of boost, and the ball goes in from Keller off of a center clear. The defender had no boost, and beautiful capitalization by West Catholic.
That challenge in the corner from Funiface is what gets that ball into a skill position. With Bill Pickles, no boost on the goal. I don't care how good you are not saving that. Difficult spot to be in. And West Catholic do well to find an equalizer late, flexing a bit of clutch factor as well. I mean, game 1, it's not exactly game 7, like win or go home, but still, you want to start the series off on the right foot, and Sith is trying to get it back for his team, but instead it's turned the other way. West Catholic now with an opportunity, this time stopped by Bill Pickles on the goal line, and seconds to go now in regulation. We're fighting for possession here. Ova trying to get out. West Catholic trying to keep control, maybe put one last shot on target, but overtime looking like the most likely outcome here unless Sith can do something magic, which he could. Double tap, no good. Bill Pickles keeps the ball up, and Raid is going to slow us down. He's got no boost, though, and West Catholic should get this away to overtime.
Sith might have a chance here, but that he just gets hard challenge, and yeah, now we got it overtime. I mean, I know you said you didn't know if this was going to be a close series or if it was going to be really one-sided. I mean, we have overtime in game 1, right? This is going to be a close series, and I'm definitely really excited to see who has that extra little clutch factor, as you were saying, to be able to pull off not just this win in game 1, but the win in what's definitely going to be a close series. Sith has 70 boosts, might try and take this up, but just waits for the giveaway. Very poised and collected. Bill Pickles with a shot here. The defender's stuck. Defender somehow gets the ball out of the net. He's on his back. Funiface. He's going to take it to the wall. Ball gets cleared. Keller needs to go back for a boost. Might have had a shot there if he had some boost. Sith is going to put this on net. It's off the backboard for Keller. Raid is there. It's 50. Funiface going to try to chase this with 20 boosts. Might get a pinch out middle. Over 1. It's out middle. Bill Pickles is awkward. It's a shot off the backboard. Sith is there, misses the touch. Keller might have a pop-up here. Rachel to the wall. Rachel gets into his teammate's way. Might have a shot, but Sith puts it to the corner. Sith might have a counterattack here. Gets out middle, but no. It is cut off. Puny face downfield. Bill Pickles keeps it in. This is so back and forth right now. So many shots being had. And it's just whoever is going to break first is going to take this. Sorry, the other team will take this first game. But Sith is going to try to make sure that doesn't happen with a touch out middle. And again, it's cleared away by the defense.
I didn't expect a 90-second overtime in my first game of the high school showcase. I was wondering how close this would be, and it is as close as you could ask for so far in the set. But my Virtual Academy starting to gain more and more territory in the offensive zone, and Sith with this much space is a dangerous prospect, but he has interfered with enough there at the crossbar level to have his opportunity stopped. Raid and Bill Pickles not quite on the same page, and so my Virtual Academy backing off for a second, but it is only a second as Sith carries the distance. Can't quite put the ball over the line. That's Bill Pickles' job. 3-2 the final. Ova take game one.
I mean, that is just some nasty work there from Sith. There's nothing you can do as a defender. I mean, there's just, if that touch Sith got off the wall, the first one, right? It was just off the wall. But then the control touch was beautiful from Sith. And then into the reset over the defender. As a defender by yourself on a 2-on-1 with a player that good, there's just nothing you can do. And wow, I mean, that was a really nice overtime by both these teams. It was just finished by the one guy we were talking about in Sith, and it was thankfully built for him. Bill Pickles was there for that cleanup. Good job on him for being there, but that was certainly a game.
And I mean, Sith was the difference maker, but what a close affair between both teams. Like West Catholic playing around each other look very good at the moment. And going forward, I expect this to be very back and forth. As Sheep, unfortunately, your cam has gone out again. I don't know what.
Oh no!
It's not on our side tonight. Your camera, so just it's blank screen Sheep at the moment. Fortunately, your audio is still fine. But Bill Pickles as well with almost 700 points for Ohio Virtual Academy. 2 saves, 7 shots, an assist on that final goal. He had a big game as well, and he's someone that's going on to play at the collegiate level. And Sheep, you might be like going from casting him to playing him at some point. He's going to be in the University of Cincinnati system, but he had quite the game as well.
Yeah, I think every single player on the field played a part in their team. I know a lot of times with high schools you'll see like it's one guy and the other two can't really keep up as much. But with these two teams, every single person is contributing, and that's something you love to see, especially out of a team like just a high school team. Like, okay, we somehow all go to the same high school and we work so well together, as that is a beautiful pass, and we have a goal 8 seconds in the game by Raid.
Well, Ohio Virtual Academy's picking up right where they left off, scoring. And it's Sith dishing this time around, finding Raid at a great spot in the orange box. I mean, he beat 2 defenders to get to that ball, and West Catholic just a hair behind the play, now trying to recover an early deficit off kickoff.
Raid almost gets that to Puny face out in front. Sith is in the air. Another just beautiful control touch. A reset might be over the defender, but Emains is there to clear it up. Bill Pickles is going to try to cut. Gets a flick out. Might get a bump. Puny face can clear. Might have an empty net here if he can get a rip. Raid clears it away. Just has enough boost, or full boost, to get that away. Sith with some chain dashes on the wall. I've seen that out of a high scorer. Emains is going to put the ball downfield. It's on the wall, but I don't think he has anything. No, he does not. Keller might try to get this back. Sith with the dunk. Get some pressure. That might be an empty net, but that is a beautiful touch into the corner by Puny face to keep that ball definitely out of their net and preventing this game from going 2-0. Puny face is going to try to get some control here. Bill Pickles is just going to bull rush him. Puny face handles it perfectly though. Gets bumped for it. Sith on the wall with the ball. Gets stemmed by Keller. This might be an empty net. Teammates can hit it, and it is just wide. Keller's going to try to get this middle, but there's nothing. Just unfortunate miss hit by Emains. And West Catholic definitely putting on some pressure right now for this tying goal.
And with that pressure, they are so close to executing the ideas that you can see the glimmers of, like the small passes, the demo plays in transition. It's just maybe like one factor in their attempts on net that isn't going their way, and it's leading to Ohio Virtual Academy finding saves, now finding clears, and Sith in a somewhat scorable position. Still set up offense for the rest of his team, leaving Raid and Bill Pickles to set him up again. The ball goes off the ceiling, and Sith's dunk attempt is no good. Maines finds a save on the goal line, and Keller will place the ball out into the corner. He faces to clear. Now West Catholic, all the good work they did earlier to break out of defense and put together those good ideas that I was talking about, they have to do again.
Yeah, and I definitely know that they can, as Beauty Faces, yeah, it's just going to get this light little touch to keep the ball in the zone and just put some more pressure on the defense. As, I mean, Sith has boost, but Bill Pickles, okay, now he got some as a ball, right? But, Sith is going to try to take this downfield, gets blocked up by Keller, though. Bill Pickles might get a double here, gets not really the touch he wanted. Beauty Face might be on a 2-on-1 here, hits his empty net, Keller just needs to put it on.
Oh
my gosh! Raid somehow skims that off the roof of his car. I don't know how he saved that, but this might be a goal. He means just missed. Keller might try to get a 50 here to get this ball off of Bill Pickles, but man, West Catholic just put on such great pressure, but they ran out of boost, they ran out of ball, and they just needed to regroup. Now sit the other way and slots it bottom right under the defender. That is just so unfortunate for West Catholic. Sith read that ceiling bounce beautifully and just got a nice little fake just to put the ball under the defender. That is beautiful play from Sith.
And I feel for West Catholic, like Rocket League give it and Rocket League take it away.
Yep.
Like that's a painful sequence, but they got to recover. I mean, down by 2 goals now. I'm sure they feel like they should be in a tied game state at the moment, but yeah, you can't give Sith that kind of opportunity. He will beat you on the near side like that. Gotta be careful. But off kickoff, West Catholic again with possession here. They try and make up for previous mistakes from faces in the general direction of net, but Bill Pickles cleans up, takes it to his back wall, and gets as far as Keller in that offensive third for West Catholic. Again, good possession of the ball, but that final touch or the final couple of touches necessary to score, so it's quite there.
Yeah, and it's just some, yeah, like you literally just said, just the touches just aren't quite there. But man, West Catholic is really putting on some great pressure right now. Not even right now, but just this entire game, to be honest. Rachel's gonna try to get this fast. Gets past 2. Bill Pickles maybe helps him get past the third, but that was a Raid effort right there, and he just beat 1, 2, and 3 defenders, just give him a 3-0 lead.
An extra touch there at the end. Like, Maines is probably getting back to that. But Rays just gets a little bit extra oomph on the ball, and that was enough to beat the entire West Catholic team. Game 1 was so close, multi-minute overtime to separate these two teams. And here, if you give West Catholic, like, 2 better hits on the ball when they're right out in front of the Ohio Virtual Academy net, it's probably 3-2 right now, and we're in for an intense final 30 seconds. But now they have to score 3 in the final 30. I don't know how much stock I put in their ability to do that right now, but that's still how close they were in this game. Just a couple more plays go their way, and it's another 1-goal game.
Yeah, and I just think the catalyst of this game for Ohio is just Sith has been playing phenomenally, and Raid has been also playing phenomenally, and Bill Pickles has also been, I mean, Bill Pickles has 92 points. He hasn't had to do anything, but I've seen him on the field, and it's been great. A very, very solid game by Ohio. They let up some chances, yes, but they defended West Catholic enough to where it made those chances hard to capitalize on. And in Rocket League, that's like, you know, okay, yes, we might get scored on here, but let's just wear them down enough. Let's kill the clock enough to where it's hard for them to do that. Like, yes, they have so much pressure, but they don't have the boost for it anymore, and they have to regroup, and now they don't have pressure, and now we go the other way. And that's exactly what Sith did, especially on that second goal, and he just took it the other way and scored.
Yep, and West Catholic, like, the boost was almost there. That was the crazy whiff city kind of play where everyone was missing the ball. And Ohio Virtual Academy did well to punish that missed opportunity of West Catholics. And to talk like Bill Pickles, yeah, 116 points in this game after the 750 he had in the last one. He got to sit back, let Sith and Raid do the heavy lifting here, but it still worked out. He was upfield a lot that game. I could never tell, because obviously we could only watch one player at a time, if he was getting bumps down the field or if he was stealing boosts down the field. But he was very often upfield, messing with the West Catholic rotations. And I'll have to keep a closer eye on that style of play going into Game 3. But West Catholic, they need a redemption game pretty soon.
Yep. And I'm definitely feeling a redemption game here from West Catholic. I mean, they had the chances, and I know they can capitalize on them, and I think they're going to come out in this game, and I think they're going to score an early goal, and then it's just going to be defense and pressure from the rest of the game. I think that's how this game's going to go. Just a little prediction.
All right, I respect it. Putting your money where your mouth is, but that's good pressure. Remains a shot on that had Sith saving the ball, but fairly awkwardly, though. Now he's got boost, teammate, and some extra flips and pace towards the West Catholic net. Sith is taking over. I shouldn't have named it the high school showcase. This is just the Sith showcase right here.
I mean, bear witness to this guy. That's just great mechanics. I mean, it's just all it is. You can't do anything to that. It's just a reset into just these nice little touches. And it's like the second you think, hey, he doesn't have any more touches, I can go now. He gets another touch, and it's just right over your head. So yeah, my prediction is wrong. Sorry, Sith. I was unfamiliar with your game. Sith is gonna try to get this downfield once again. Might get this out front. Might have a doozy here, and he does. And it's just in the net again. This is a Sith showcase.
Wow. All right. A minute in, he's already got 2 phenomenal goals, and as Bill Pickles up ahead again, applying pressure to the West Catholic defense. They're having to dodge him and stop what Sith is throwing their way, and that is not easy to do. They're getting good pressure, but they need goals now. Like, it's tough to stop Ohio Virtual Academy in transition, and to add on to that, they need a pair of goals in this game at the very minimum, lest they have to reverse sweep in this best of 7.
And yeah, definitely. Wait, dude, I was thinking West Catholic won the first game. It's 2-0.
No, yeah, they're down.
They need to put some pressure on. But the way Sith is playing, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know what there is to be done. It's just, yeah, it's just little tiny touches. But I mean, if Sith's gonna keep getting clears like that, what can you do? You can't have pressure on that.
Well,
Keller's gonna try to take this down and maybe get some of it, but it just gets demoed by Raid. Raid is gonna try to get touched. Ball's a little bit over his head. Genie Face might get this middle. Might be a shot. Bill Pickles is there though on the save, and just keeps that out of the net. Keeps this game from going 2-1. Bill Pickles beats Genie Face with the ball. It means it's gonna be backward though. Clears to the corner where Keller's gonna take the ball. Sith is on. Gets a reset off the wall. Might have another. Didn't have much of a touch there. Sith off the wall. Has a flip. Gonna try to get this past one, but Genie Face clears it away. Bill Pickles off the backboard, doesn't really have much, and it looks like right now Ohio's they're just playing backboard right now. They're putting it off the backboard. Okay, my bad. So
no backboard there.
With your game. I was unfamiliar with your game, so I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, that's just
clean.
A great shot. That's very clean, and wow, a freshman in high school.
Yeah, rising sophomore.
That's just crazy.
But he was that good. He was that good last year. I can confirm that. He's showed out. Like, he's stepping up and leading his offense. Bill Pickles and Raid are playing around him phenomenally, and it's causing headaches on the West Catholic side. And they're getting good touches. They're stopping the ball. It's just the follow-ups at the moment that are lacking out of defense, where they just need a better placement on their clears or extra space generated with their solo plays in the midfield third that they're not quite finding. But this is an opportunity now. Sith has little boost, and Keller goes far side with a shot that is saved and then put back on the goal line. I didn't see how that happened, but still, another close shave. West Catholic, they are inches away at times from getting on the board. It's just, it's not been their night in this. Since game 1, it's not been their night.
And yeah, and game one was so good for them, but it's just, as you said earlier, Rocket League give it and Rocket League take away. Right now, the touches, it's just, there's so much unluckiness to Rocket League sometimes. Just sometimes you just can't do anything about it. And right now it looks like West Catholic, they're doing the pressure. They're doing things right. They're playing well. They're actually very good players positionally. And like some mechanically, like I've seen Funiface go for some stuff sometimes. Like he's been playing very well. Oh my gosh, shit. But yeah, it's just sometimes things just don't go your way, and that's just what's been happening these last 2 games. But we saw what West Catholic can do in the first game, and that was definitely a very good performance from them.
And
but they need a fast goal to turn this one around.
And to your point, though, about how West Catholic is playing a good game, like, one of the reasons I set up this showcase is to hopefully get these players in front of collegiate recruiters. Like, I'm one myself with my job at Huntington College, and I hope, I know that most recruiters are going to see how these players are playing against a team with the cohesion that Ohio Virtual Academy has, or the mechanical skill that Sith has, and appreciate the value of players that, you know, they're not winning this series, and that's okay. They're playing well the situation they're in, and at times it doesn't look great, but they've recovered nicely and they've gotten right back to it. Several times now they've had good opportunities in offense, and that's all you can ask for at the moment. And then in game 4, once the scoreboard resets, you get right back up and you do it again.
Yeah, and that's honestly one of the most important qualities you can have, especially entering the collegiate scene. I mean, 4 goals. I mean, they can do it. I've seen this happen. I've seen this happen. But as I was saying, like, especially entering the collegiate scene, having like that mentality of this game doesn't mean anything. We can go next, and we got the next game, even if you're losing 5-1. Just keeping pushing is such a good thing to have, because I know a lot of people, including myself at times, that are just like, nah, I'm done. Like they just give up, and it's so tough because you never know who's gonna step up.
Yeah.
And if like just one player's like giving up, someone else could step up and just be a shining star on that team and just turn this series around for West Catholic. And I know they can do it. And even though this series is down 3-0, I definitely think West Catholic can get a few games, and get that momentum going their way.
Yeah, they can. And momentum's a fickle thing. Once you get it on your side, it can be tough to lose sometimes. But hey, to your point, I've watched a team on LAN like almost get eliminated from like a group stage play in a tiebreaker at the end of a long day, get out of the tiebreaker, and then make a top 4 run in a stacked LAN.
Yeah,
which,
I don't remember who was that. I don't really.
Robert Morris
recall.
was the name of the team.
I don't think I've ever heard of them.
Wow. For those that don't know, Sheep was on that team at a LAN this past spring, but it's possible. Once you get just a little bit of momentum, you're able to reset, make a run, and we're looking at West Catholic now to do that. Sith dropped 1,000 points in that last game. Also, I know like we're kind of in podcast mode at the end of that game, but it is worth noting that he almost dropped 1,000 and is now going for several resets. But that's good defense by West Catholic.
And Keller might have something here.
Hey.
There you go. There you go, Keller. That's one. That's all. I mean, all you need is 1 goal to win a game, and a little bit of a defensive fumble there by Bill Pickles, and Keller just plays it beautifully around the already flipped out of position defender, and there you go. 12 seconds in, that's 1 goal.
It's
all
a
they
start.
need.
It's a start, and West Catholic off kickoff now, looking to add on to it. Keller's got full boost and jumped for that ball off the corner wall, it looked like. It's a confident play, and it panned out for a moment. Got the ball over the midfield line, and it got half of something kick-started as we're battling for possession. In the center third, Bill Pickles to raid off the corner wall, and it couldn't come up with contact, so it's a little awkward as the third man is forced all the way back, and now must be stopped immediately.
So with a reset pass, gets cut off by Keller. That was almost another beautiful pass by Sith with a reset. He's very good with those resets. That's what I'm noticing. His aerial presence is, I mean, it's just phenomenal. But Keller's going to try to cut this off. Bill Pickles with the touch. Beautiful clear by Emanes. Keller with the control on the wall. Might have a flick here. Might have a pass. One gets demoed by Emanes with the demo on raid. Bill Pickles going to take this down field. 50's one. Keller 0 boost. Just barely gets the boost from Bill Pickles. That is huge for West Catholic to be able to keep this ball out of the net. But Sith gets a beautiful shot. And that is just top of the net. Like 120 kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is in American units.
74.
But that is just a great shot and great placement by Sith to tie this game.
74 miles per hour, tucked underneath the crossbar. And that pass from Raid as well was phenomenal. He trusted Sith to be right there. He knows the Pickles is in front of him. And if that ball is given up to West Catholic, they've got momentum going the other way, which, speaking of which, they almost just found a second goal right there. Sith had to come in and save the ball off his own post, but 90 seconds in, we are still tied at 1 apiece. Ohio Virtual Academy have answered, but West Catholic still making them work for it.
Bill Pickles gets a nice touch, and that's just, it's unsavable. We saw Sith doing some stuff like that, but now Sith with the pass and Bill Pickles, I mean, you can't get a better touch on that ball. And your only hope as a defender is to put that up on the backboard, but I think Uniface was just a little bit out of boost there, and just, it's just so hard to do that. Keller's gonna try to take this on the wall, but he gets just rocketed downfield. Raid with a little bit of a miss. Nice shots himself in chat. Keller gonna take this off the ceiling. Might have a shot on his own net. Sith? He's gonna sneak that through? I'm not really sure what just happened there.
I think Bill Pickles was going off the ceiling here, so Keller was trying to stop him. And I don't blame him trying to get in the way of an OVA player with space off the ceiling. So once he realized Bill Pickles didn't have a shot, he let his teammates handle it. But by then, the damage to the rotations were done, and Sith had an easy cleanup right there. And now again, off the sidewall is testing that West Catholic defense, but Faces makes a great save, and Emanes on the follow-up play gets a block as well.
And it's starting to look like now that every time West Catholic gets the ball, they're getting boost stolen and they're getting demoed. And that is definitely a very good way to play Rocket League for Ohio, is if you get some pressure, just start killing and start boost stealing. And you see it with Keller being out of boost, but Emanes is there to be able to make a save on the goal line. Emanes might have a shot here, but kind of gets bumped by Keller a little bit. That's just unfortunate. Funny is going to take this off the ceiling. Gets blocked away by Sith. Bill Pickles downfield off the backboard. Sith is there, but Emanes gets a touch to the corner. Keller might try to put this middle, but Raid is there for the catch. Beanie face off the wall. Sith beats everybody to that ball. Emanes, it's in the corner now, and it's a lot of wall play right now. We're not really seeing anyone midfield, or sorry, we're not seeing the ball really go to anyone in the midfield. But Bill Pickles might have something to say about that. I think he might try to get this out to Raid. There's a beautiful cutoff by Keller. Sith with a shot on that. Emanes is there, makes the save. Ball's on the goal line. And just, yeah, there's just honestly not a whole lot going on right now. Sith, though, might have something to say about that with a reset and another beautiful cutoff by Keller.
I love how West Catholic is trying to play at the same level as Ohio Virtual Academy. Like, they're going off the ceiling for challenges. They're trusting themselves on the goal line, and the crossbar is going to thwart what should have been their reward. Oh, and Sith's gonna save the follow-up. Man, I mean, it's difficult for West Catholic to keep up, but they're doing it. Now down by just 1 goal with a minute left. I mean, they're in this thing, and it looking flashy.
They are 100% within reach of this game, and that last 25 seconds of that pressure there just shows, like, that West Catholic had so many chances, and they were finally able to sneak one home off of a beautiful pinch read by Emanes. Let's just see if West Catholic can keep that pressure up. Sith might have a double touch here, and it's just in their net off of a team pinch, off of a double touch. What are you doing, Sith? What is this? And Bill Pickles.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's tough to stop. Sith is so fast to make that read, and had some help there at the end as well, but I think Bill Pickles is getting that read regardless of whether or not it goes off of a defender. And now here he is again on the next play. He's trying to quickly add a 5th to the Ohio Virtual Academy tally. Raid off the post. We'll have that ball cleared away by West Catholic. Almost converted into a 3rd. You feel like they needed that one. I mean, they could get maybe one more shot on and have a hope on 0 seconds, but with Ova going the other way, it's looking like a sweep for Ohio Virtual Academy. Their last run as a unit might go one more game unless we have some. We can see some crazy stuff here.
I've seen it before. 3 seconds. That is so much time for a kickoff. I want to see a Spanish. I want to see a fake kickoff. I want to see something here out of West Catholic. That would just make my day.
All right.
Let's just see how this goes. And it's on the ground. Bill Pickles is gonna keep this up though.
You gotta. Let's see what West Catholic's got here.
Face has boost. I'm rooting for West Catholic right now. Just in this one little goal here. I want to see overtime. It might be middle. Keller might not be able to get there, and the ball drops at 0 seconds. And that is series a sweep by Ohio over West Catholic.
That was fun though. Game 4 especially, when West Catholic started playing with it's reckless abandon because they have to play that way. They have to play that way.
Yep.
Against Ohio Virtual Academy, like when you're outclassed like that, a little bit mechanically, when they started going off the ceiling, just getting the face of Ova, like that was working for them, and I can appreciate that style change. But Ohio Virtual Academy, like they look solid all the way through. It was clear they've got the chemistry of playing a full season together as a team. It helps when Sith is the highest ranked player in the lobby, and the other 2 guys just played around him phenomenally and had their moments themselves.
Yep. And for West Catholic, I mean, man, I totally just lost my thought. They played very, very well. I know it was a sweep, right? Mm-hmm. But they shined. They had their moments, and bounces were just not going their way this game. And Sith and Ohio, it's just, I'm so excited to see what all 6 of those players can do in the collegiate scene, especially Sith, and I am so thankful that I will be out of college by the time he gets there, because man, I do not want to face that. But because I mean, we watched, we all watched, and saw what Sith just did, and that was phenomenal. And his 2 teammates were phenomenal, and West Catholic was also phenomenal. They just very good high school play all around. My high school was we're nowhere near that. Those games would have been blowouts.
Well, that is the kind of talent on display in the showcase tonight. We got 2 series on the docket here. We just saw our first one, Ohio Virtual Academy and West Catholic. It ended up a 4-0 for Ova. One last ride for them, but West Catholic showed why they're a Michigan school. Michigan High School Rocket League and Collegiate Rocket League is just stacked for whatever reason, and they looked very good tonight. But Prosper versus Dixon is the big primetime match of the evening. Prosper High School is coming off of a top 4 placement at HSEL Nationals this past spring, and Dixon finished runners-up in the VESL North Carolina High School League. So this one should be a banger. It's coming up at the top of the hour. I'm gonna see if the players want to start early, but as always, that's up to them. I scheduled them for the top of the hour, so I'm never gonna make them join early. But Sheep, I know you have to exit after this one. I appreciate you joining me tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Always excited to be able to come and cast just some great Rocket League. Love casting some great Rocket League, and especially on these streams, it's great. I know like a lot of the viewers, they're all great people, and it's always fun being able to come out and cast these.
Heck yeah. All right. Break time. I'm going to run ads during the break to take out pre-roll ads for the next series, so I apologize in advance for the advertisements you're going to see. But you got 20 minutes before the next series, so I promise you, you are not missing anything except for a break screen and some synth waves. So I will see you in just a little bit, but please return for Dixon versus Prosper coming up in a little bit.